This is ABC 7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Vilgas. Thank you for joining us. The city of Sarasota has found itself in a holding pattern, and some taxpayers may not like it. The issue is what to do with the former Gee Whiz Museum building. ABC 7's Ray Collins is just back from City Hall with details of Commissioner's Catch-22. Ray.
Yeah, Haley, repair it, knock it down, or just maintain it. All the choices have their own sets of pros and cons. It's been about 5 years since there was any activity inside the old Gee Whiz Museum. Financial problems led to a default of the lease agreement, and the place has sat vacant now for several years.
I did take my older grandchildren years ago, and it was always packed.
This grandmother is sad the place across the street on the waterfront closed before her youngest grandchild could go. And the place is a ghost town now, and that leaves the city with a big problem. In ballpark figures, the city says it needs about $300,000 in repairs, or about $125,000 to knock it down, and to do nothing would cost about $43,000 in annual maintenance.
There are a lot of questions that we're going to need to answer.
It's a tough one, says Commissioner Shelley Freeland-Eddy.
Well, over 5 years, if we decide to keep it, we're looking at, several $100,000 to maintain it. But at the same time, we don't want to make a split-second decision, too, and to put money into a property that may later be demolished.
To me, the more prudent, fiscally conservative thing to do.
If it was Dan Lobeck's decision, the head of Control Growth now says rehabilitate it.
Instead of just knocking it down, and my fear would be that it just gets sold to some high-rise developer.
Another mitigating factor, the fact that this building is smack dab within the 42 acres that Bayfront 2020 is looking to redevelop.
What is the motion?
Motion to defer.
In the end, Commissioner Susan Chapman made a motion to delay any decision, and the rest of the commission agreed. So it'll continue to sit vacant, and the city will spend $43,000 a year to maintain it. Meantime, there's a grandmother across the street who hopes, whatever it becomes, she'll be able to take her grandkids to.
Would they put something up for the children of Sarasota?
So to be continued, no decision yet on that building's future, Haley.
And its use at all? Is there any use to it, Ray, at this point?
Well, actually, the police use the property for canine and SWAT training, which the city says has cut down on the homeless squatting around that property.
I can see that with all those police drills going on. All right, thank you, Ray. Also tonight, the city gave final approval to the $1 billion Quay Sarasota development on the Bayfront. Here's a look at the artist's rendering from how the project will eventually, hopefully, look in 10 years from now. The complex will include condos, hotel rooms, stores, and offices. The only commissioner to vote against the project was Commissioner Susan Chapman. The DeSoto Square Mall has a new owner. The mall's general manager confirmed the news to the Bradenton Herald. The mall went up for sale this past summer by Namdar Realty Group. Few details are known about this, but they are going to hold a press conference within the next few weeks, hopefully with a few more explanatory details. The new owners would be the mall's fourth since opening in 1973. After more than a year of existence, the Salvation Army's Quality of Life by Choice program has helped many go from homeless to housed. Since the program was created, more than 700 people have gone through it, and more than 50% of them now have housing. The program recently received $2.5 million donation from one Longboat Key resident. The money will allow the Salvation Army to hire more caseworkers and further expand this program. The main goal is to avoid dependence and find longer-term solutions for the homeless.
I wouldn't have to worry about lights, food, water, the things that make people stress out, and sometimes, I would say go backwards and just say, oh, I can't do it.
Right now, the biggest goal for the Quality of Life program is to reduce the number of people to each caseworker so that each participant can have more individualized attention. Manatee Technical College wants to help the unemployed. The college is hosting a job fair this week. More than 50 employers will represent their companies at this event. Some of those attending include Goodwill Industries, Longboat Key Club and Resort, the Pittsburgh Pirates, and Sarasota County Government. This hiring fest takes place Wednesday from 3 to 6:30 p.m. For a full list of employers that will be attending, you can visit our website, mysuncoast.com. And now for a check on our forecast, which does not feel like December. Let's head over to Bob.
Yeah, temperatures today into the mid-80s, even some upper 80s well inland. We are looking for some changes, though, as a result of an area of low pressure, which continues to move from Texas and Louisiana off to the northeast. But the associated fronts associated with the cold front associated with it will move through our area and cool us down a little bit, it looks like, over the next couple of days. And then a stronger cold front will emerge after that. Now what we're looking at is some heavy storms still developing in the Gulf of Mexico, working their way onshore. There is still a tornado watch in effect for parts of Florida from Panama City eastward through Tallahassee and just to the northwest of Gainesville. That means the potential for tornadoes exist in that area. And as far as we're concerned, this is not rain. Again, military exercises creating some chaff in the atmosphere, which are small, minute particles of biodegradable and non-toxic elements moving off toward the northeast there, and it looks like we'll start to see some real returns of rain into our area just after sunrise tomorrow. We'll have more in the forecast. Let you know about that stronger cold front headed our way coming up in just a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Florida's crime rate falls once again despite the widespread belief that crime is on the rise in the state. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement's semi-annual uniform crime report shows overall crime was down between January and July of this year. That is a 3.4% drop compared to the first 6 months of last year. Florida's Department of Juvenile Justice announced that Florida's crime rate hit a 45-year low in 2015. Manatee County Area Transit is opening its new headquarters today. The $17.4 million facility is now on Telebast Road, replacing a 55-year-old building. MCAT serves nearly 2 million passengers each year, and this new facility gives the service room to expand. The bulk of the cost was paid for through a federal grant. City of Venice is warning families of several closures in the city within the next few weeks. The Children's Interactive Fountain in Centennial Park will be closed next Wednesday, December 14th. A Florida Power and Light contractor is replacing power poles. The city says the work should only take about a day to complete. The fountain will be back open next Thursday, if it's warm enough for that. Hopefully we'll be seeing that change in our weather. Also in Venice, the city will spend a week repairing sidewalks in the northern area of the city. There will be lane closures at the Esplanade and West Venice Avenue adjacent to the Venice Beach Pavilion. A contractor will be removing and replacing the sidewalks in that area to make it more accessible for people with disabilities. Motorists should expect delays Monday, December 12th through Friday, the 16th. And straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, President-elect Donald Trump still has yet to nail down a choice for Secretary of State, and meanwhile has an unexpected visitor over to Trump Tower for a meeting. And the jury spends the weekend and finally comes back to the judge in the trial of a former South Carolina police officer. Why it's far from over.
ABC 7 is proud to present Line Dance Central. Now you can learn popular country and not-so-country line dances from the comfort of your own home. Just visit mysuncoast.com, click on Entertainment, and you'll be kicking up your boots or flip-flops in no time. Brought to you by the White Buffalo Saloon and Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on a pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Bob, nice and warm if you like that, and windy.
Yeah, dew point temperatures, we talk about that quite frequently. It's the amount of moisture in the atmosphere, and during the summer months, it's in the low 70s at this hour. It's in the low 70s, and here we are close to winter.
Why it feels
it feels kind of sticky
Yeah.
out there. We are looking at beautiful photos sent in from Norm Schimmel. Golden Gate Point, you can see that, the sun setting right there, looking out over toward the Ringling Bridge, and a beautiful sunset it was, too, with fair skies around. A lot of rainfall falling in a place that needs it over the southeast after experiencing a severe drought over the summer and throughout much of this fall now. They've had some excessive rainfall into Georgia, also spreading off towards South Carolina and now into Mississippi. More rain on the way. The area of low pressure is right here. It continues to move off. The cold front associated with it is all the way down into the Gulf of Mexico. The first front that moves through tomorrow late afternoon, early evening, will cool us down a little bit on Wednesday, not much, but really the second one that'll move through on Thursday late will really chill us out on Friday and Saturday morning. A tornado watch still in effect. There's a lot of big storms out here in the Gulf of Mexico, and I tell you what, a lot of lightning associated with this as well, all pushing off to the northeast. But notice, not much going on here at all. The showers are well offshore and will stay that way throughout the early morning hours. So we don't have to worry about anything severe breaking out during the early morning hours. But after sunrise tomorrow and up until about, say 10, 11 o'clock, we'll start to see showers and storms moving on in. We talked about this earlier. This is not rain. Again, it's just some chaff from some of the military exercises that are taking place off of the Keys there down off Key West. Now, as far as the overall forecast goes, the low pressure area will track off to the northeast away from us. We'll see that front move through. Temperatures behind the front will cool down. A little drier air will move in on and through late Wednesday, and then eventually another cold front moves through on Thursday. So there's also potential for some sea fog. We saw this happen last week when an area of sea fog developed and shut down the Sunshine Skyway for a temporary period of time. Well, with that west to southwesterly wind out ahead of the actual front, we may see a little bit of that along the coastline and a few miles inland. Also, there's a possibility of strong storms on Tuesday, and then another cold front, a stronger one at that, moving through on Thursday. Well, the first one will arrive just after sunrise. Bring with it some showers and storms. This is at Tuesday at 9 a.m. And you can see the depiction of some scattered thunderstorm activity. And even through 1 o'clock in the afternoon, still some showers and storms around. By 7:30, most of the rain will have cleared, and we're looking for at least some clearing by tomorrow night. And then again, another front on the way for Thursday. As far as rainfall totals go, looks like most everyone will get at least a half inch of rainfall. The rain really starts to accumulate after 8, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. As I mentioned, up to maybe an inch, inch and a half in the areas that you see blue there. And that may change. Don't expect it to be exactly this location. This is one forecast model suggesting that we will see, though, a half inch to an inch of rainfall. There is a potential for thunderstorms tomorrow morning and into the early afternoon, and the potential for tornadic activity very small for us here, but we'll have to keep an eye on it very closely. As far as the winds go, they'll stay brisk out of the south throughout the overnight hours, anywhere from 10 to 15, gusts as high as 20. Those winds will eventually switch around more to a west-northwesterly direction once the front moves through tomorrow late. 77 right now, the dew point way up there, 72 degrees, and the high today was 84. That's close to the record of 86. 67 was the morning low. No rainfall. We could use a little bit. It's been dry so far for much of this fall. As far as the forecast goes, tomorrow showers and storms developing, especially late morning, early afternoon. Some of those could be rather strong at times. Temperatures Heat index, not a problem, but it sure seems like it as temperatures are expected to warm up. Well, here's a look at the boating forecast for us. We are looking for a bit of a breeze out there and some fog around, a moderate chop and south winds at 10 to 15 knots. Seas will be running 2 to 4 feet. And as far as the extended forecast goes, 70% chance for showers and storms tomorrow, and then some sunshine. Still rather mild on Wednesday, cooler on Thursday, and then that stronger front moves through Thursday evening, and highs on Friday only into the mid-60s. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. A mistrial in South Carolina. The jury remained deadlocked after a weekend of consideration. This is in the murder trial against a former police officer charged with gunning down an unarmed black man. The prosecution says it will try the officer again. ABC's Elizabeth Herr has the latest.
In the trial of former South Carolina police officer Michael Slager.
We as a jury regret to inform the court that despite the best efforts of all members, we are unable to come to unanimous decision.
The jury of 11 whites and 1 black deadlocked. The judge forced to declare a mistrial after jurors struggled to decide the fate of the ex-North Charleston cop who shot and killed Walter Scott last year.
Court therefore must declare a mistrial in this case.
Scott, an unarmed black man, was running away after a traffic stop when video captured Officer Slager shooting Scott 5 times in the back.
Somebody is running from you. You don't shoot them in the back.
The incident is one of a string of police shootings of black men that has sparked protests across the country. An emotional Slager took the stand to say he felt threatened. He thought Scott had his taser.
And at that point, I made a decision to use lethal force because Mr. Scott never stopped. He was always dangerous.
Slager had trouble explaining why he picked up his taser from one location and moved it closer to Scott's body. Scott's family accused the officer of planting evidence. The circumstances tough for jurors who had been deliberating for 4 days.
He may have delayed justice, but he did not escape it.
It's not over. So God's sake, it's over.
It's not over because the prosecution announced it will move forward with a retrial, and Slager also faces a federal trial next year. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
The death toll in a California warehouse fire rising again and now stands at 36. Work had stopped at the scene because one wall is leaning inward, potentially putting firefighters inside at risk. But search teams have resumed sifting through the building this afternoon. Authorities believe they've located the section of the building where the fire started, but the cause remains unknown.
We've got some areas where the steel is actually twisted and wrapped in the back of the building. We can see fire spread. ATF and our local investigators feel very strongly that they have identified the section of the building that is the area of origin.
Fire officials say they've searched 70% of the building and expect to recover more bodies. The fire erupted during a dance party late Friday night. So far, 11 victims have been identified. Donald Trump trying to stay focused on filling his cabinet this morning. The president-elect tapping a former rival for a job. However, there are other developments, including an expanding list for Secretary of State and a meeting with former Vice President Al Gore. ABC's Lana Zach has more.
Among those meeting with the president-elect at Trump Tower, former Vice President Al Gore. He didn't say if he was under consideration for a position, but said they had, quote, a sincere search for areas of common ground.
I found it an extremely interesting conversation and to be continued. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Several cabinet positions are still open.
We're looking forward to another very productive week.
The most attention given to Secretary of State. That list now stands at 9 candidates, including John Huntsman, a former ambassador to China, appointed by President Obama.
There's an expanded list. I'm on it. I'm honored and thrilled to be on that list.
Huntsman downplayed Mr. Trump's controversial call with the leader of Taiwan, saying it doesn't represent a shift in U.S.-China policy. And there are no more questions about Dr. Ben Carson's role in the upcoming Trump administration. President-elect Trump announced Dr. Carson is his pick to head up housing and urban development, writing on Facebook that he is, quote, passionate about strengthening communities. And outside Trump Tower, Green Party candidate Jill Stein challenging the president-elect to allow her efforts at a recount to continue.
So we are here to assure Donald Trump that there is nothing to be afraid of. If you believe in democracy, if you believe in the credibility of your victory.
Democrats are indicating they may challenge Dr. Carson over his qualifications to lead housing and urban development. But Mike Huckabee has come to his defense, saying he's the only potential secretary who's actually lived in public housing. Lana Zach, ABC News, Washington.
The president will be in Tampa tomorrow to give his final speech on counterterrorism strategy. President Obama will also meet with active duty service members at MacDill Air Force Base, the home of the U.S. Special Operations Command and U.S. Central Command. He will also deliver remarks on the counterterrorism campaign, and it will be his last opportunity to elaborate on the reforms he implemented. Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush is landing a new job that has a substantial presence in the Capitol. Bush will act as a strategic consultant to the firm of Buchanan, Ingersoll and Rooney. The firm said that the affiliation with Bush and his consulting firm, Jeb Bush and Associates, will focus primarily on Florida. Buchanan, Ingersoll and Rooney represents about 60 clients before the Florida legislature. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Here's what's up on our show tonight. What's going on with that mustache? Is that on purpose or is that...
Yeah, you know, let's go to the elephant in the room. Let's go to the elephant.
It's more of a caterpillar than an elephant.
Don't miss the 19th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival, January 5th through the 8th, to benefit Suncoast Charities for Children. This year's festival welcomes special guest Blue Oyster Cult to the premier sports campus at Lakewood Ranch on January 8th at 4 p.m. Admission is free. Festival events include a sporting clay tournament, kickoff party, welcome Thunder event, Cruise for Cash charity motorcycle ride, and a 2-day Rockin' and Ridin' at the Ranch festival featuring vendors, live music, a taste of Thunder area, and more. VIP tickets are available. For tickets and info, visit thunderbybthebay.org.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Do you know there is money available to lower your Medicare prescription costs? Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you with no cost or obligation. We'll search a variety of plans from nationally recognized companies to find the coverage that's the best fit for you, at a price that fits your budget, and we'll do it at no charge to you. Plus, you may be able to save money on prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call the number on the screen now to make sure you're getting all the benefits you deserve. Don't wait. Call now.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called three-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Dottoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
Now, sports.
What seemed unthinkable in October is now a reality. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in first place in the NFC South. The Bucs winning on the road yesterday in San Diego. The 28-21 win over the Chargers was the team's fourth straight victory. It also puts the Bucs into a first-place tie with Atlanta in their division. Barring a late-season collapse, the Bucs have a real chance to end an 8-year playoff drought.
It feels great, but we have not arrived. You know, we got to keep playing one game at a time. We have a tough Saints opponent next week that we're going to be playing at home. We have to take advantage of that opportunity. We cannot stop now. We have to keep going. We have to keep fighting, and I believe we will, because we're playing so well as a family right now, and it's really inspiring.
The Bucs' recent success has the team moving to primetime later this month. The league moving the December 18th game between the Bucs and Dallas Cowboys from the afternoon to the Sunday night football slot. It's now a nationally televised game that could be a playoff preview if the Bucs can make it to the postseason. No Florida players are in the running for the Heisman Trophy. Those in contention were announced tonight. Clemson quarterback Deshaun Watson is a finalist for the second consecutive season. Joining him is Louisville quarterback Lamar Jackson, Michigan linebacker Jabril Peppers, and Oklahoma teammates Baker Mayfield and Dede Westbrook. Last year, Alabama running back Derrick Henry took home the trophy. The award will be presented Saturday in New York. Under Armour will take over as the supplier of Major League Baseball uniforms in 2020. The company will have licensing rights to manufacture and distribute merchandise under the 10-year agreement. Majestic Athletic will continue to have rights through 2019 under a deal announced in March. Majestic has manufactured MLB batting practice jerseys since 1982 and has been the exclusive supplier of game uniforms since 2005. Before that, uniforms were manufactured by both Majestic and Russell. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's lotto numbers straight ahead.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
This holiday season, give the greatest gifts of all, safety and peace of mind. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
The official salon of ABC 7. Cutting Loose Salon.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
A dog who was found in a dumpster as a puppy goes on to find her niche in the world, becoming a therapy dog. Ivy and her siblings were rescued out of a dumpster. Shortly after that, a family found her at the shelter. Look at how cute they are. Ivy is now a therapy dog, and she visits patients and brings joy to a place where it can often be hard to find. Oh, how adorable.
What a great story that is, yeah.
Oh my goodness, look at them doing their little twirls. So I love those dog stories. I can watch those videos all day.
Absolutely. It's like our little dog, Mia. He's about that small, same size. Yeah.
Looks like her, yeah.
We love taking Mia for walks around.
She's so cute.
She's cute.
Yeah.
Weather tomorrow may be difficult for a walk because
True.
the showers and storms are a pretty good chance after sunrise, and some of those could be strong, so keep that in mind.
All right. Thank you, Bob. Have a wonderful evening.